Hi everyone, my name is Katia Smet. I'm a 22-year-old Divine student, just like Sebastian and Jonas. I had to think about it a while. I'm 22 because I already graduated in graphic design at Arte Valley University College, and I also work for 1.5 years now for a startup game company called CatLab Interactive, and currently we are working on an online party quiz game called Quizwits. Today I'm going to show you two projects we did in Divine, one of the first year and one of the second year. So the first project is from the first year of Divine. We had to make a web shop with DIY, so do-it-yourself packages. It could be imaginable content. So out-of-the-box thinking is triggered in the first year, so that's why we get more and more creative. We had to do the web design as well as animations, illustrations. For the coding, we had to use HTML5, CSS3, PHP, JavaScript, and AX. The project is over a time span of 3 weeks, and this was a solo project. So for the concept, I came up with an idea about an amusement park in your garden. It sounds a little bit ridiculous, but this gives a lot of good results in Divine. I'm going to show you the package online, the project online. As you can see, there are a lot of animations. All you can see are CSS3 animations because in the first year, we couldn't use JavaScript. It had to work only with CSS3 and HTML5. Only the roller coaster is an animated GIF because there are a lot of layers there, and it was easier with an animated GIF. So for the project, I'm going to show you the packages. Everything is fetched with a MySQL database. So there are 5 different packages. Water package, high in the sky, speed demons package, pet package, and casino package. So the user can order that as well as join workshops about these packages, and he could also search for neighbors who ordered a package. So he could organize a party in his neighborhood with all the packages, so people could organize a social event with the amusement park packages. But this was not a requirement, but I just like to play with the Google Maps API. So it doesn't work fully because there were only 3 weeks to figure out how this works, and you can only see where the factory is of the packages, as well as reviews, and you could share a review if you are logged into the page. So I might want to show you a flow if a user comes to the website. If a user comes to the website, the first thing he sees is the header with a little bit of information, as well as the packages on sale, and the packages in your neighborhood to join the social events. If he wants to browse through the packages and order something, for example, this one, he gets to see a detailed page with the contents of the package, and he could order it. So now it's in my cart. So the animations you can see here are also CSS3. It's triggered with the target selector, and it's also supported in a lot of browsers. So now I could finish my order. Fill in everything. As you can see, there is AX for if the user didn't fill in the field well, the form. I don't know. So, okay. Now I created a profile with all my data, which I can edit, and my orders. And I can also share an your experience, so other users are triggered to order a package, and workshops if you joined them. So there are a lot of illustrations, a lot of animations. As you can see, it's imaginable content, but this gives us a lot of space to try a lot of things, to develop your own style, etc. The following project is a project of the second year. For this project, we had to build a campaign about a local product, and we could choose between 4 different products. And we also had to make a matching game with Phaser. Phaser is a lightweight HTML5 framework for basic HTML5 games. So just like the previous project, we had to do the web design, animations, illustrations, as well as HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, and this was for a time span of 2.5 weeks, and it's also a solo project. From the 4 products, I chose for the Cuberdon. I don't know if everybody knows the Cuberdon. Who don't know what a Cuberdon is? Okay, for the one guy who doesn't know what a Cuberdon is, a Cuberdon is a local candy from Ghent, a city in Belgium, and it's in the form of a nose. It's a little bit crispy on the outside and a little bit smooth, elastic on the inside. It's very sweet, and it's built from Arabic gum and raspberries. A lot of people know what the candy actually is, but they don't know how it's made, so that's why I chose for a concept the mystery of taste, our mystery of taste, so it looks a little bit mysterious. We also had to point out the brand, so this is the original brand of the Cuberdon. When a user comes to the page, he can scroll and discover a little bit more of the product. So as you can see, animations are triggered when a section comes to a certain position in your browser screen. This is done with JavaScript, get bounding client rect. So here I remove the CSS class, and when it comes back, I add the CSS class. So step by step, the user gets to know more about the product, and it's also a little bit mysterious. Finally, the user gets to see the game we built with Phaser. It's basic, but you have to think about the time span. It was only 2.5 weeks to build everything, the animations, the illustrations, as well as the coding and the concept. So I'm going to show you what the game was like. For the game, the user has to find the recipe of the Cuberdon, so then he gets to know the ingredients of the Cuberdon, and he has to search for the ingredients. So step by step, the user gets to know what's inside of a Cuberdon. So this is all built with Phaser. You have a few different states as well as default physics to use. Yeah, it's a little bit strange, maybe. In the upper left corner, you can see the lives, so the user only gets 3 lives. So now I come to the house, and I had to search for the Cuberdon recipe. It's in 4 random positions, so you can replay the game. It's here. Now you can see the user has to collect 10 raspberries and 5 portions of Arabic gum. So now I collected all the Arabic gum. As you can see, I can also stop the bike. It's with my keyboard, so it's all built-in with built-in phaser, keyboard inputs, click events, etc. As well as the background repeats itself, so there are only 4 or 5 trees in your memory. So I collected all the ingredients, and now I have to cycle to the factory and see if the taste test is correct or not. So yay, we won the game. And you can retry or not. So these were my projects. If you got any questions, feel free to ask them. You can always look for my portfolio at www.katiasmet.be, or you can follow me on Twitter. So are there any questions?